Hello. Uh, Firstly, I just wanted to say I know I've been doing these YouTubes, but I haven't formally introduced myself or student it or what we do, and I just want to take the time in this little episode to say what we actually do, how we help students, and what we want to achieve. Because I think it's very important that we sort of outline it, and then you can understand what sort of content we're going to be putting out and whether it's right for you. So my name's Sam. I'm the only person in StudentIt. I run StudentIt. StudentIt is a comparison website for student housing. And I know there's a few sort of these portals websites out there. The bit that we focus on, or our tagline, is enhancing student lives. Why? Because I was. So I went to university in Lincoln. I studied sport and exercise science. I lived in private rented accommodation for 3 whole years. I was too late to apply for university-owned halls. I never lived in PBSA because when I was, it wasn't really a thing, and Lincoln was never big enough to get it until now. And the experience I had was, not the best, not the worst. Definitely not the worst, but definitely not the best. There was 5 of us. There was 2 showers, 2 bathrooms. 1 shower and bathroom broke, so there was 1 bathroom between 5 of us. The shower kept running out of water. The downstairs shower was freezing. The kitchen, stubbing toe on every tile. Cupboard, my cupboard or my wardrobe rather was slanty. My desk was pretty much a mess, and it's all these little bits that I won't go on. So after a couple of years, and I was working at the university on an internship, I decided I wanted to change this experience because I was still hearing the fact that people were still getting into bad accommodation, and I wanted to impact students because really. Their experience of the renting cycle starts as students. So when you go on after to graduate and get a career, it's likely that you might start renting, and the first experience you have of renting is as a student, and I don't want that to tarnish your second phase of renting. There are very good landlords and letting agents and providers out there, and they do amazing things. They help you in so many different ways. It's just a fact that we've got to find them. And as students, we like to be able to pride ourselves. We think we're independent. I definitely thought I was at 17, 18. In hindsight, I didn't know much. I thought I could own the world. So I've sort of pieced together I've put together a website, and what we do is every agent or student accommodation provider that comes on, we go and check. So we look at their processes, we look at their stock, so houses, studios, we look at their website, and we look at the experience students are getting from living with them. If it's a bad experience, we tend to say you need to improve before we allow you on our website, or if it is just point out blank, we say no thank you until your process have improved. If they are good and they are providing a very good experience and quality housing, then yes, we let them onto the website. We then promote it to students, and we don't charge students a fee. The way that we get our money is very simple, is if you book with the letting agent, we get commission from the letting agent. I'm open about that. So we try and keep it for free for students, for the fact that you should be allowed to search good quality student housing. We put a lot of time into our articles, or blogs, whichever one you want to call it. At the minute on the website we've got about 85, and they're all around, student housing, student accommodation, the difference, are you feeling stressed at university, deposits, tenancies, maintenance, repairs, how to check a good letting agent, what to do on a viewing, money management, student loans, why student loans aren't bad is probably our most popular blog or article or post. And we're there to give thoughtful information that helps you to question what you're doing. And when I mean question, I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean is the fact that if you're forever questioning, you're only ever going to get better. You get better answers. And then by asking more and more questions, your questions get better, which means you get better answers. So that content is there to say, is this the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Is this what I want? And I fully trust all the providers that I have on the website to give you a good experience. I speak with them quite a lot beforehand. I try and gauge them, and you can generally tell what if people are offering a good experience or not, and what students are saying. So since then, obviously, we've got Facebook, Instagram, and now we're just starting our YouTube. So this will go on our YouTube channel. I must admit, our camera is delayed because of COVID, so you're stuck with my phone at the minute. But I still wanted to get content out there, and I still want you to see the content, because actually there's still so much students can do to help themselves. But the problem is we just don't know it. We don't know where that information is. There is a lot of information on student accommodation, student housing, and university as a whole. There are so many people putting information in to the sort of sector. I want it to be slightly different. Mine is all evidence-based. It is a lot of reports and what we see and what we find. So you'll see the reports from our website, so inquiries on who are making inquiries on what. So is it studios, houses, what type of houses are most popular, what room size or how many rooms in a house, where are the studios based, what are people looking for in this area, that area. And that's what we're trying to do. So we are trying to reach as many students as possible naturally, so that we can get them into good accommodation. We only list good quality accommodation and landlords, so you get that great experience. So when you move on to your next phase of graduate renting, you have a good experience. You understand what a good landlord looks like. You understand what a good house looks like, and you don't want to be done over by paying really high rent, a massive deposit, and not getting anything in return. So you get slow repairs. It takes ages for your deposit to come through. And it's hassle. That's not what I want. That's not what we want for you. We want to have a good experience. We want you to enjoy university, because it really is a base for you. And my final point, and the reason why I say that is because as a student, your new home is your house. Your new base is your room. If you can't feel at home or safe in your room, in your student house, where else can you? The world gives you a load of setbacks at times. And as a student, you can always go home. Well, what happens if you can't go home? Your student home is the place you go. It's safe, you trust it, and you can be there without judgment. You can be 100% you without any judgment. And you can pick yourself up and you can go again the next day in your university assignment. So you've got a bad grade, you go home, you sit down, you chill out, you think about it, and then you go again the next day. That's the one place you are safe, you trust it, and there's no judgment, and you go again the next day and you be better and better. And that's what we want every student home house to be like. And that's what we're going to do. That is us. If you have any questions for me, put them below. Connect with me on Instagram or Facebook. It's student-it. You'll easily see us pop up, and just send me a direct message.